I'm Schmitt tonight. On Sunday, it'll be a year since the president miraculously survived an assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania. It is a moment that we'll never forget. I certainly won't. A former president, the clear frontrunner to be the next president, to be president again, dropping to the floor of a stage, blood on his head. Although it was a surreal moment to see something like that, and you hated it, how surprised were you really to see it? As Trump ran for re-election and started leading in the polls, we all questioned, was that machine in Washington really going to let him back into the White House? For years, he had been called a threat to democracy, a demagogue, a fascist, a Nazi, vilified for realigning a corrupted Washington, D.C. with the American people. They said anything to try and get rid of this guy. To this day, his would-be killer, Thomas Crooks, remains a mystery. We're told that Crooks had 3 foreign encrypted platforms on his phone. Kind of strange for a 20-year-old who looked like he rarely left his mom's basement. After Trump was shot, we thought Democrats would finally dial down the rhetoric. That did not happen. And today, as we close in on 1 year coming up on Sunday, the rhetoric is worse than ever.
It's obvious what they should do. They should wake up every day and attack Trump.
As a result, people are going to die.
If this passes, the floor of the House will become a crime scene. It's murder.
Millions of jobs will disappear. People will get sick and die.
He's put this country in so much danger. People will die as a result, and they've started already.
If you wanted to get somebody shot, that's how you would talk about them. You know, especially if you knew that a large faction of your political party were insane, which is very obvious on the left. Look at the streets. Look at the protests we see. Look at the kinds of people that show up. Look at the anarchists. Look at the BLMers and the Antifas. You'd talk like that if you wanted something like this to happen, and they talk like this every day. Take a listen to the geriatric Democrat Ed Markey.
This is a red alert moment. Republicans are killing people. If we don't take action now, it will be too late.
Idiot. Republicans are killing people. I mean, that's a 80-year-old man talking like that. The rhetoric of a geezer who's been in politics since dinosaurs roamed the earth, calling Republicans murderers with a straight face. He knows better. He's 1,000 years old. This is how dramatically the rhetoric has heated up as the Democrat brand slowly dies. They're flailing. They're desperate. The media is sometimes even worse. From the Daily Beast, how Trump is getting away with murder literally. You put the literally on it, as if he's stabbing people in the chest with a knife, saying no American president in history will have been personally responsible for filling more graves worldwide than Donald Trump. It's a good thing nobody reads that rag. They say that as Republicans try to cut waste and fraud from entitlements and reduce how much we spend overseas, and let maybe some of the other very wealthy countries in the world take some of that burden. Who said it was our job to keep everybody in Africa alive until the end of time? Does that make Republicans killers? We're $37 trillion in debt at this point, just about. We don't have any money. We print it so that we can spend it all over the place. People who take government freebies inside this country, like Medicaid, are the critical base of the Democrat Party. So Trump is no longer just a fascist Nazi. When he starts playing with entitlements and just trying to get rid of fraud, waste, abuse, he is now a flat-out murderer. Nothing threatens them more than when you try and touch the entitlements that hold up the whole base of their constituency. All those housing projects they get to vote, those are their machines. Inside those big cities, in those swing states. You wonder what the next escalation will be. How much worse can it get than you're literally a murderer and you're literally murdering people with your policies? Here's MSNBC this week.
It would seem that the invasion into American cities is coming from law enforcement deployed by this administration to terrorize communities. Am I getting that right?
No, you're absolutely right. This president has unleashed a war on our own people and our communities. It is terrorizing our communities.
Host there, by the way, is Gold Bar Bob Menendez's daughter. Him and the wife, I think both in prison now, right? Nice hire, MSNBC. 3 ICE agents have been shot in the last week. 3 ICE agents. You hear that kind of commentary on MSNBC. 3 shot. This is the left. This is what they do. If they can't win, they sick their lunatic fringe to, what, kill their opposition while feigning virtue as it happens? Gavin Newsom is certainly running for president in 2028. He's already started campaigning. Here's how he sounds.
This is about all of us. This is about you. California may be first, but it clearly will not end here. Other states are next. Democracy is next. Democracy is under assault before our eyes. This moment we have feared has arrived.
Democracy is what would you do to somebody that was threatening democracy, the basis of the foundation of the country? What's the answer to that? If somebody's threatening democracy, that threatens 350 million people, what's the answer for that? The moment we have feared has finally arrived. The moment we have feared has finally arrived. The moment he's talking about, by the way, federal immigration officers carrying out congressionally passed immigration law enforcement. The moment we have feared, according to Gavin Newsom, are law enforcement actions that were carried out forcefully as recently as the last Democrat president before Joe Biden. So the kinds of activities we saw under Barack Obama is the moment we have all feared. But now we see this being egged on by many in Congress who voted for these laws. Activity like this. A political party that used to want to have borders and some semblance of a country is now promoting this and egging this on as much as they can. That's how fast the Democrat Party has radicalized and is leaving the American people behind. The party is basically those people right there. The coalition is now the hard left and the political elite. It's everyone in Washington, and then it's the freak show on the ground fighting with ICE agents. The rest of that party's voters have no representation. That party is just thanking God they have Trump in the White House, because most Democrats hate him so much that they're just going to stay on the island. But they have no representation. They don't recognize their political party. They hate Trump and they don't recognize their party. They're orphans. Rather than return to sensible politics, Democrats have just doubled down on crazytown. And they will scream murder and they will scream Nazi until the Republican Party is returned to the establishment that they trusted. You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.